pictures of Yoma Boakai on Sunday. He takes up his angle and he's about to have a
Before he said that.
President Boakai says exposed efficiency and parts of this mission. Yes, of course. Right falling in tongues. President's Liberia project. This specific project this is a major 5-year education watching the moment protocols are being to order turn over to them, especially for the young children from kindergarten to grades 1 and 2. This is the event of the presence of these different children. Long from the World Bank under the ID 29.6 together they are providing
'This agreement was intended to assist the educational sector of the Republic of Liberia. At this time, I want to call upon Deputy Minister of Finance, Honorable for opening remarks.
Deputy Minister of Finance, Deputy
Mr. President, Justin Payne from Minister of Finance, Justin Jala, Minister of Education, Capability, Acting Minister of State, Ms. Georgia Wines, Council Manager of the World Bank, her team, members of the press. I want to say this is a special occasion as we mark the independence celebration of our country. And very much important for us to assemble here because President Boakai's dream is to ensure we prepare next generation. And such decision cannot be made without investing in education. On this note, Mr. President, we want to thank you for the opportunity given to us to prepare for the future of this country. I want to thank you and also thank the World Bank for the great initiative to who have made major decisions to contribute more than $88 million to education. At this time, we want to say welcome to the signing ceremony. This is an opportunity to let the public know what the president is doing, or what the vision that is set for Liberia and for the generation to come. I want to say welcome to the press, to cabinet members who are present, and at this time we're going to proceed with our signing ceremony. Thank you.
Of course, and that's the Deputy Minister of Education, Depo Lugo. Thank you. That's the Chief of Protocol.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Minister. At this time, we now have an overview of this gathering that will be done by the Honorable Jocelyn Jala, the Minister of Education.
Thank you. His Excellency, President Joseph Boakai, Honorable Haja Mama Ability, Acting Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, Honorable Augustin Lady Gafon, Minister of Finance and Development Planning, Ms. Roger Wallen, World Bank Country Director, representatives of the World Bank, NGPE, officials of government here present, distinguished development partners, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. It is with great humility and gratitude that I sit here today on behalf of the Ministry of Education, the teachers and students of Liberia, to participate in this ceremonial signing of the Excel project agreement. This $89.6 million US dollars project holds a great promise for the future of learning in our country, which we believe will truly transform foundational learning in Liberia. Let me begin by expressing our sincere gratitude to the Global Partnership for Education and the World Bank for placing their trust and confidence in Liberia yet again. This new round of funding demonstrates your continued belief in our shared vision for transforming the education sector, especially at the most critical stage, foundational learning. The Excel project represents the largest single support to the education sector from development partners in Liberia's history. This level of support sends a clear message that foundational learning is no longer negotiable. It is essential, urgent, and achievable. As we all are aware, learning outcomes at the foundational levels in Liberia remain low. Despite past and ongoing interventions by government and partners, far too many children are still unable to read, write, or do basic math at the right age. This is a reality that requires urgent, focused, and sustained response. The Excel project provides us with the tools, resources, and the platform to change this narrative. The Excel project, which stands for Excellence in Learning in Liberia, comes at a decisive moment. The initiative will empower us to implement the President's vision, a comprehensive set of interventions at the foundational levels, K2 through 6th grade, in all 15 counties of Liberia, focusing on 4 key component areas. 1, improving foundational learning for all, prioritizing foundational learning, and developing teaching and learning materials, evidence-based instruction on foundational learning, and accelerated learning for over-age students. Component 2, improving access for all. Expanding access means improving equitable access to primary education. School grants program, the Back to My Classroom campaign that the President launched last year, and school gender-based violence prevention program. Component 3, system strengthening to deliver foundational learning and improve access so that they are responsive, inclusive, and accountable. And finally, the project management, sector coordination, monitoring, evaluation, and safeguards to ensure that the impact of every dollar invested is measured, is tracked, and felt where it matters most in the lives of our children. Today's signing represents a renewed commitment to providing every Liberian child, regardless of their geography or social status, the opportunity to learn and succeed. It is also a reaffirmation of our government's pledge under the astute leadership of our President Joseph Boakai, to prioritize education as the foundation for national development. To our partners, the World Bank and the Global Partners for Education, we are grateful not only for your financial support, but also for your technical collaboration, policy guidance, and your confidence in Liberia's ability to turn the tide in learning outcomes. As we move forward, the Ministry of Education remains fully committed to the implementation of this project with transparency, diligence, and urgency. We look forward to working closely with all the stakeholders to ensure the Excel project becomes a model for practical, inclusive, and data-driven educational reform. Let us continue this journey together to transform the lives of our children and the future of our nation through the power of education. Thank you.
Thank you, Prime Minister. At this time, we'll now have a message to representative of the World Bank.
Remarks from the representative of the World Bank.
Good afternoon. Your Excellency, President of the Republic of Liberia, Acting Minister of State, Honorable Minister of Finance and Development Planning, Honorable Minister of Education, Honorable government officials, esteemed ladies and gentlemen. This has been a very exciting and promising week for education in Liberia. Following Monday's commissioning of 2 model senior secondary schools in Banda and Accra, today's signing marks an historic step forward in efforts to reduce learning poverty in Liberia and to unlock opportunity for Liberia's youth. The excellence in learning in Liberia, Excel project, built on past gains with sharp focus on tackling Liberia's urgent education crisis. It will reach all public schools across Liberia's 15 counties, touching approximately 362,000 people, including students, teachers, and staff, and most importantly, laying the foundation for future generations in the sector. In line with the arrest agenda for inclusive development in Liberia's Vision 2030, Excel aims to improve foundational learning and access in public primary schools and to strengthen the system. Excel is historic on 3 fronts. First, as Honorable Minister Della said, this project is the largest ever World Bank investment in Liberia's education sector to date. The shareholders of the International Development Association, which is the World Bank's concessional financing arm, strongly supported and approved $60 million in financing to the Republic for Excel. The Global Partnership for Education has also generously made a $28.7 million investment in Excel, bringing the total financing to $88.7 million. We are very grateful to GPD for the outstanding partnership on this important project, and we look forward to working closely with all the stakeholders. Second, this project is historic in terms of its ambition. Excel targets root causes for the weak learning outcomes in Liberia's public primary schools, while also aiming to generate system transformation. Third, as Minister Dell also mentioned, is the historic urgency. There are 5 years left for delivering on Liberia's Vision 2030. 5 years to make up lost ground and accelerate results. Liberia's human capital development outcomes are among the most challenged in the world, ranking 171st out of 174 countries assessed. These numbers are stark, but they don't fully convey the names and lives represented. Lack of education means lost opportunities, hopes, dreams, and productivity. Excel is a down payment on the transformation that is needed to impact resilience. We fully agree with you on this. I want to affirm the World Bank groups and my colleague from IFCs here as well. Strong commitment to supporting the government of Liberia's implementation of the 6-year plan. Excel will be a flagship for our new partnership framework, which was recently approved and will be launched later this year. Delivering transformation will demand all of our efforts. And we also look forward to working closely with development partners, civil society, and education stakeholders in this endeavor. Many thanks to Minister Allen for her instrumental and visionary leadership. Thanks also to the Ministry of Education team, past and present, for excellent collaboration. And thanks also to the very hard-working, dedicated Robert Group team that is backing this implementation step. Thank you.
Thank you, my Country Director of the World Bank. We shall now have the mouse, the Honorable Boakai Minister of Finance and Development.
Excellency, Joseph Boakai, President of the Republic of Liberia, Honorable Ability, IT Minister of State, Honorable Dr. Sujala, Minister of Education, Yes, Mr. George Wally, Corporate Manager of the World Bank and the entire team, Deputy Ministers, Finance, Education, Assistant Minister, and our team of advisors at the Poland, the advisors of Blue Bank, Peter and others, members of the full estate. Before I enter this hall, someone met me and asked for 26. He said that this 26 was faulty. And with a great tradition of reacting to policies. And I've been receiving these kinds of engagements all across this week. They made me to wonder how many such engagement the president is doing. Why did the president give everybody presents? The way we do it. But the president has a better way to give presents. And this week he has been giving the practical presents. He was in the legal contest, all counted, and that he deployed the Vice President, my colleague, Mr. Jala, Geneva, to give 26 to the Liberian people. With the model schools in Bonn and in Geneva, and the passport hall. Let me thank our colleague, the Dean of the Cabinet, Madam Sarah Benzo-Nanti. We have passport services in Bonn County and Grangeland, and more other centers have been playing in the spirit of decentralization. We did that I think that was Monday. Yeah. And yesterday, we had a big visitor, the president of the African Development Bank. He came to speak to us, the cabinet and Liberian people. Very inspirational speech. Someone was joking with the director general of the cabinet. Or when I tell Kwame that, that they saw him shedding tears. But it was not just speech. But it was to launch the youth entrepreneurship investment bank meant to give financing to youth-led enterprises, and it would benefit thousands of young people this week. And the president's energy is remarkable. From there, we have to follow him to Boakai to launch and dedicate a hospital, refurbish, thanks to the First Lady, our mother, Mrs. Boakai, and the second lady, and all those. Boakai was a good place to be last week. Today we are here. Again, the president is giving us 26. 26 in the right direction. The World Bank has a sophisticated way of putting it to reduce learning poverty. I like that. Learning poverty. Because there are a lot of ways to be poor. If you don't know, you are poor. And for us, especially for me, Jaso, and I think all of us here, including the president, we all come from very humble backgrounds. And if it was not for the miracle of education, none of us would be here. None of us would be here. That you're talking about building and constructing more than 100 schools across all the counties of this country. Just to have the school will ensure that people will get in the school somewhere. And who are we going to put in the school? The future generation of country. The president always says that the politician thinks of the next election. But statesmen, great leaders, think about the next generation. There's evidence of it. Mr. President, we are giving a gift to the next generation. And as a result, we are producing feature ministers of education, finance, state, because if it were not for the gift of education, some of us would not have been here. So it's a matter of looking back. And so there is some for some of us, because we know what education did for us, because some of us, our parents did not go to school. But they knew the value of going to school. They did not know book, but they would scrape and buy us books. And just to see the book, the set of a new book, made us read it. And there are people all across the country looking for that opportunity. So I could go on and on and on. And Mr. President, I want to say thank you. Thank you for keeping the focus on the right things. The Minister of Finance and working with our colleagues on the arrest agenda and to make sure that we raise the financing. The education of human capacity development is the second largest sector or pillar in the arrest agenda, next to infrastructure. We have posted it for the next 5 years. We want to be able to raise, expand, and build through education and capacity development more than $2.36 billion United States dollars. It's ambitious, but we people have said that we should be ambitious. His ambition that brought us here. We can hit more targets. So we're going to work tooth and nail to raise the financing. That's how we worked with the World Bank. And I remember some of the top negotiations in Washington, D.C. for this project. You know, with the education minister joining us and our team, we have a collective government approach working with Georgia and our bosses in Washington, and we had good discussions. And I want to say thanks to the World Bank Family and the GPE, the Global Partnership for Education, with whom we negotiated and we got the grant. The $28 million grant to this project is both the GPE and the World Bank making it $88.7 million. So we remember those tough discussions. And when we were negotiating this agreement, you know, spent more than almost 12 hours here. So this today came from tough work. But if we ever work harder to make today possible, the work has just begun. Because it's a matter of actualizing the ambitions in this project. You understand? Projects can be signed, plans can be made, but implementation is what is key. And the president is key on delivery because the Liberian people want to see delivery. He's pushing us all. And as he pushes us, I tell my deputies and assistants, I will push you. And then the whole government is being pushed. People are wondering why things are happening all around because the president is positively pushing. And I remember the story of the rocket. The rocket flies in space because fire is money. The president is putting the red fire on us, and we are rocketing in delivery. And more of these things are going to happen. Liberian people will get used to this. I was just in a 2-hour meeting at the Central Bank of the President. And the Central Bank was putting out what is called big economic monetary policy community. But one of the things that struck me, because we had the Liberian Marketing Association is this engagement from the Central Bank is revolutionary. What ordinary people are called, and their views are enlisted. And the Central Bank governor talked about inflation. That in June, the inflation rate dropped a little bit. And when they investigated, one of the causes that attributed that to was the reduction in the price of domestic goods, domestic products. And when they deconstructed it further, they found out that it is because of the road. The marketers who had, planted things are now marketing them because those perishable commodities are reaching to market and they are not spoiling because of the road. So when people see your emphasis on road, they don't understand. Some of them may not understand the interconnectivity. But the head of the Marketing Association testified, and she said, "Thank you." And when I said I was coming here, and said the president would be there, she translated through me for text. And I want to say, on behalf of the people of the marketing of this country, thank you. And I promise her, because you have promised us, we're working with you, that she's going to see more roads. Not just roads, but paved roads. She's going to see electricity. We're going to expand the economy. So I could go on and on, but I just want to say thank you for the chair of this country. The first time I saw people were talking this thing, she wants to talk about foundational learning. I said, that's only the foundational learning. Elementary school, get to this and that. And she has to use the foundational learning because it's the foundation. Strong foundation upon which we will build a strong superstructure. Foundation is strong, it can withstand winds and destruction. Thank you, Madam Minister and your team. It was excellent working with you. Thank you, Madam Country Manager and your team. Excellent. Extend my regards to the Country Director and World Bank Management, GPE and others. And thanks to you, Mr. President, for always encouraging us and we promise that we will continue to work to actualize the ambition of the people. And the ambition on your shoulder and the capacity in us to do some of the noble. And I think God is putting our shoulders to help you to do it. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, Mr. Minister. Mr. Minister of Finance and Development Planning, our Minister of Education, our Acting Minister of State and Presidential Affairs, our representatives of the World Bank, our development partners, our officials of government, members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. The President will now make remarks, following which we shall proceed with the signing of this excellent agreement. Mr. President.
Thank you so much. Let me recognize the ministers here, Minister of State, Finance, Education, advisors, the World Bank team, members of the press, and fellow Liberians. You know, I don't think that form like that used to spy in school. I of course see my July 26th. But you know, life is of such that it's hard to bring everybody up. Most people don't understand. When you build a road, you say road, that road will eat. When you talk about education, the education will eat. You talk about hospitals and things. But it is today what I'm proud of here is the teamwork. And this teamwork, and I'm thinking about like a football team. You watch a football team and they pass the ball to someone just because that person did not act well, because the team. When ministers and people go to conferences, I have seen many people go to conferences, they don't even attend, they go elsewhere. There's nothing in life to take for granted. When some people are doing the best, be proud of them. It is teamwork that gathers, and that teamwork includes even our partners who are sitting across the table, because they believe in the people they are working with, and they see the progress that has been made. And people always asking, oh, you don't get time. You know, when you see good things happening, and you're part of those good things. And I always say, the thing that is chasing you, if it doesn't start running, you can't start running. Our country is in problem. We talk about 178 years. We are trying to make up. Some people probably may not care, but this is important to Liberia. The team across there, you may not even lay there for some of you listening, but you will understand the future that you have contributed to moving this country from its presidency to moving on. And that itself is a blessing. We're very proud of our ministers, proud of people in public corporations. I have never seen a time where every day is not as an activity, but something that's going to take the life, and in a durable way. Because many times we do things just for the day. But what I'm seeing around, the activities that are taking place are activities that are not just going to be where they're going to set the foundation. So foundation, like Afar was saying, very important. And so today we're here talking about funding education. And for our journalists who are here, the minister may have not gone, but I see what all this Liberia Excel project is going to be able to achieve. It speaks directly to the commitment and our arrest agenda for inclusive. And the minister was just talking about increasing the market women. They are part of the team. We build road to make sure that a lot of people are suffering. Can you imagine people coming from for taking 3 days? You have these car loaders, they put in the vehicles. They don't care what happened to them. Some people stay on the road for 3 days. Everything they're bringing is forward. And sometimes we don't, it doesn't seem that matter to us. You can't develop a country in that way. So I want to thank our partners. I want to thank our ministers, people who go out there, meetings, and show the world the need of this country and make sure they pay attention to them. I want to thank all of them for the job they do. Even the matter of getting on the plane, we take it for granted, but it's not just sitting in the plane there. You have to say, thank God, we just go and come. Like yesterday, we have a very important visitor, a man who has shown a lot of commitment to this country. I always say when you hear Liberia is friend to France, not that people they know everybody here. They just connection between people. It's just maybe 2, 3 people. And we believe in them. And that's why someone will give their time, their commitment. How do they do it in other places? That trust and confidence that you build when you travel, you go to conferences, is going to bring this goodwill. And thank you so much for that. That is why even our Lord Christ, He came here and took 12 disciples. 12. Good team, a team that works in the interest of the country. It's not the presidency, because everybody doesn't see the president, but they see the people that represent. So we have to be very proud of all of you every day for taking things, bringing things to this country. I understand this amount is going to build and rehabilitate classrooms all over this country. We're going to improve how reading and math are taught. We're going to train over 6,500 teachers and support more than 4,500 school leaders. Provide textbooks and materials to 350,000 learners. Now, if you don't know how important it is that even school leaders, when the Minister of Education took over newly, There was a trip to Rome, I think. The textbook that were given to the student, some educator put them in a place and locked them up. Never gave one of those books. And it says here. So sometimes we take these for granted, but these are the problems. If you don't train people who care, who are committed, you might be doing something and they're doing something completely different. That's why it's necessary to support safe schools, especially for our girls. We better pay attention to our girls because I have boys and I always say, during the war, I always hear my daughter saying for me, I never heard my son for her. If the son sent for you that the mother-in-law, they will send for the girls. My daughter sent for everybody here during the war. My daughter sent for. So we better take care of these daughters. Make sure they get education because they look after their parents. You see, this amount gives every public school district at least 500,000 United States to improve learning outcomes. It promotes equity, access, and excellent value central to our government. And this amount is an amount that is going to be used to improve our learning condition. Like the school we dedicated in, you'll be proud to be in such a school. Sometimes our children, and believe me, this is real life. You go in the classroom and disorganize the chairs all over. I have been to many schools. The wooden chairs are broken. They say you graduated from the 12th grade. 12th grade all over the world. They look up to you, compete with them. So 6. But you will not get tired when you see those things happening. Things happening in your country. This is where we belong. This is where we are under obligation to give to generations wrong. So I want to thank the minister. I want to thank our partners, the global partners, Workline, for your commitment. Even taking the ride and go to places that we go. We thank you for that. But I came with the optimism that this country, in the next 2 or 3 years, is going to be a different country for the better. This can come from the heart. God sees the heart. He knows what we want. And He believes that He will bring in a team people with a commitment to the love of this country. I have told people that this country has a lot to offer to the world. But we can't do that without preparing, without committing ourselves, making sacrifices that will begin to grow people, will begin to translate what we have now heard to other people. And that's what you are doing, and that's what we are here to do. From here again, we'll be going to another program for fire trucks. And it's every day we've been doing things that we believe will move this country one step better. And we can't do that without the team that is sitting here. So thank you very much. Let us commit ourselves. Every good thing that you see elsewhere can be made possible here if we all believe in our country and we are willing to make it happen. It's not magic. So thank you, all of you ministers. And now you know very well that when it comes to all the money, I'm not the one signing money. So the big people are here. We will do the signing, but the blessing is for the country. Thank you very much.
Sign. The signing of this. No, guys. We don't have to go all the way from there. Back it. World Bank will sign, and the Minister of Finance will also sign.
So, the signing ceremony is now taking place now with the Minister of Finance, because the government to just before His Excellency this agreement was general staff. Minister of Education
There'll be a handshake. Let's go back. There'll be a handshake. Blackie.
Minister, you want to come?
$8.7 agreement, US dollars agreement for the education sector. We are very happy, and that It is source of pride on behalf of the Ministry of Finance, representing the government, and the World Bank. We give it to you so that you can tell it over to the President.
Thank you. Mr. President, this job. You told us, don't take it, give it away. And we have come to tell you, we give away plus more. And this is the evidence of seeing your vision for this country come alive. And that whatever you have desired and spoken with us in private conversations, in public places, we've listened. And we are going to be the drivers of that vision to make sure Liberia is the Liberia that you see. I was just in a meeting this morning with launch the Teachers Wellbeing Survey. At the center of all of what we're doing is the well-being of our teachers. We want to hear their voices. So this morning, we launched that survey instrument that is designed by the AU. We received support from UNESCO. And we will hear their voices to inform what it is that we're doing and we need to do to ensure all of the activities that we have planned in Excel is achieved. So on behalf of my team, who have worked tirelessly, I can't thank them enough, with the World Bank team. We've had several meetings, Benta, Alonso, Namrata, on Zoom calls, endless hours, as the Minister of Finance indicated, culminated with some of the conversations in Washington, again making the case. And we're so happy that under the CPF for the World Bank, this is one of the first funding and the largest ever to Liberia. So I want to turn this over to you to say, Mr. President, you have done it again with your direction, your motivation, your encouragement. You will keep, as you said yesterday, and I repeated it in the gathering. I said, one of the conversations, the president is not a man of many words, but he says poignant things and articulate. One of the things you said yesterday in that gathering was, we shouldn't even think of progress. That everything we do, we should think of a transformational mindset, And this is what Excel is going to do for this country. And because of what you have started, we have picked it up and we are running with it. So we deliver this project to you in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Blessed Holy Spirit.
Well, we've said enough. Thank you so much. I can imagine what the Lord is bringing to the children. And that's why sometimes the teacher that I call the school administrator, the superintendents, making the counties active, the children active in school, informed, studying. I mean, that's what we want to see. A nation that we would like to see really our children to be the minister of the minister of we want to see this country active, young people involved in school, in educational activity. Making life what it's supposed to. You don't take makeup and you start taking makeup on life, they make fun of you. You can't go back there to go and give the children what they're supposed to enjoy their country so that they love learning to give back. And this is what we're trying to do. Thank you again. God bless you. And I know with the quality of people we have, this will be implemented to the election.
We have a signing ceremony completed here.
Kindly return to your seats that we have the vote of thanks. Kindly return to your seats for the vote of thanks. Kindly return to your seats for the vote of thanks.
Another great day for Liberia, another victory in the streets of Liberia. This is another day. Signing ceremony completed. President smiles on his face. Minister Ability will do the vote of thanks. Yeah.
Mr. President, Your Excellency, President Joseph Boakai Sr., Honorable Minister Augustine Gafwan, my dear sister Jessica, I'm not surprised. Thank you. My colleague next to me, Deborah School, the Boakai family, our partners, welcome to the President's Tea House. Who remember the normal days? Anybody here? You know, in Liberia, we have normal days. That the days pre-war. So we remember that. We call it the good old days. We reminisce all the time. We want the normal days to come back. Well, normal days coming. With this, yeah. So we always say, when you want to talk about the good old days, you say, oh, you know, normal days. And when you see a really beautiful lady, you always say, oh, she got normal day beauty. That means she's got natural beauty, no makeup, nothing. So when things were good, but now the good times are coming back. Yes. We can actually reverse it. So we say thank you to Mr. President. And thank you to April Lieutenant. Thank you so much. I'm going to give you a little story about this foundation learning. I'm a Muslim from, I grew up with Islamic morals and values as a young girl. So when you reach puberty, you're supposed to be married. So my father, at a very young age, at my foundation level going to school, he saw that this girl is going to go to school, she's going to do something for herself. So he took me out of the conventional Islamic school and I went to a Christian school. So he saw that even before he passed away, he made provision that I'm going to continue my schooling. So God bless his soul. So foundation is very important. I was reading letters and writing letters to my father in grade 6. I mean, you get letters from diplomats, from the presidency, and I will read and transcribe them. But that's the value of good foundation education. So it's very important. Normal day is here. Thank you. So, on behalf of the office of the president and the government of Liberia, I extend our deepest gratitude to all of you for gracing this important occasion, the official launch and signing of the Excel project. We are particularly grateful to the World Bank and our international partners for their commitment to improving the quality of education in Liberia. This project is more than just a financial investment.
It is a declaration of hope, of possibility, and of national transformation. To the Ministers of Education, Finance, the World Bank, thank you for your tireless leadership and technical stewardship in bringing this vision to life. To our hardworking teachers, school administrators, and countless Liberian children who will benefit from this project, you are the reason why we are here. Finally, to His Excellency, President Joseph Boakai Sr., our President, thank you for your bold and visionary leadership. Your One Child, One Chair initiative is a powerful symbol of dignity and inclusion, and today's launch of the Liberia Excel project is a clear demonstration of your commitment to delivering real change across every classroom in our country. Thank you, and God bless you. God bless Liberia. Thank you very much.
Both of things actually. So at this event, we are going to a little event where 5 trucks and all 5 equipment will be dedicated here at Executive Mansion. And since the beginning of last week, the president has been very busy. The executive branch has been very busy. A lot of activities are ongoing about him. Late this evening also is the awards event by former Ambassador Julie Hendy.
Have your attention, please. You are all invited to join the president for the commissioning of the trucks. Now that we are here, we'll do everything in one-stop shop.
Good news for the July 26th.
We're dedicating the day. Finally, remain here your sister for better retire from the role and then yes, get
I'm getting signals that we are to speak with the Minister of Education, Minister Jasso Jala.
Yeah, fire truck.
That's all. That's smart.
Let's get it.
The bill of finance and education minister, they got it. The right back. Of course. Okay.
We are brief first take out. Please, let's speak with the
Minister of Education.
He's our big communication person.
You are here to be placed in this education.
And share the speech. As you heard from acting minister, I don't have it. I don't have kids to be taught. Quality. And this is for the nation to be developed. When I told this country, I was our young people, our teachers, to go and do their work and learn and do. That is not and should not be in 2025. So this is what this government has done for this country to advance and develop our nation.
It's not just about the beautiful day. How prepared is the ministry in terms of
You heard me talk about, before I turned over the signing agreement with the president, that today we launched the Liberia well-being survey for teachers. Teachers and administrators and school leaders, as we call them, must be equipped. Even if you didn't have good teachers in the classroom, you must have good administrators managing those schools. So, with the launching of that teacher well-being survey, we're going to have enough quality data to inform the type of policy and the type of support and resources that we need to advance not only the Excel project, but just nation building through education. And as one of my CEOs put it today, or partners at the well-being, he said, the president says we must think Liberia, love Liberia, and build Liberia. And the classroom is where we must start. And the Ministry of Education is on the trajectory to ensure that think Liberia, love Liberia, build Liberia is just not a saying. That is, we're taking pragmatic steps to ensuring that we deliver.
Thank you. Thank you. Usually, this application sometimes informs and not forward. So you as the Minister of Education, how are you going to make sure that this one is
if anyone knows me, knows my stewardship over funds, I can tell the Liberian people, rest assured that every dollar in this project will go and be spent on its intended purpose. Because the Liberian people are at the center of this fund. And we have not only the ministry, the finance ministry, we have instruments in place to guide the disbursement of these funds that is aligned with each of the components and activities as they should. As we were even developing this project, we went into the counties to talk to the people, to get their insight. And they were telling us, this is the first time that this has happened. So we just didn't sit in our offices and came up with, an idea that will be good. We heard from the people who this would be impacted. And I think the finance minister can shed some light on when I say proper procedures and protocols are in place. He can shed some light on that.
Thank you, Minister of Education.
Well, thank you very much. My colleague, you asked my colleague as to what the signing ceremony means to her. And the thing is that what does it mean for children? Because my colleague, myself, the president, all of us in government, as stewards, we are caretakers, and usually say we are tenants. The Liberian people are the landlords. So what does it mean for the children? And it means a whole lot. It means a whole lot. The fact that Jaso, myself, like assistant ministers of education, I really recognize them. These are the leaders working in the bike, the team at the Ministry of Finance, Deputy Minister Zuo, and the team at the World Bank team. It's been collaborative. All we're doing is to be able to replicate ourselves and to get more of ourselves prepared. Because our stories are stories of coming from life of, difficulties, and through education, being able to contribute. So what does this mean? It means that some child in Brandon, some child in Fokole, where she's from, some child in Fangonda, where I'm from, and some child in Limba, some child in Fresabo, some child in Southtown, where I see one the other. Some child in Kesma, some child in what?
Bombing.
Some child in bombing. Every corner of this country is going to be impacted by this. And it means a whole lot. Just the structure, just the facility, just the training. I was joking with Jason the other day. I said, you know what? I'm a product of public schools. Let me say this. I went to Boston Junior High School and I went to Vida. I'm a product. And I said, the things you guys are doing, we are doing now, makes me want to go back in elementary school. Because the facilities, so it means a whole lot. It means a whole lot. But you saw, we signed an agreement, very good agreement. And I said something that we've had agreements before. We've had plans can be in the head. We have blueprints. We have blueprints. You can even start. But it takes an execution mentality, which is key, which is the difference. An execution mentality to lead from thoughts to plans, blueprints, to action and delivery. So, this execution mentality that has brought us here. And we're going to ensure that it doesn't end with this program. That you, TrueLiberia, and others will go to the counties after some time. The outcome of this project is not going to come from speeches that we make, but the lives of children that will be transformed. When you go and see and things are on course, you succeed. So there's going to be action that will be taken from here to actualize this signing ceremony into outcomes that you get verified. So in terms of disbursement, there are procedures. So maybe I caused the problem. That at the end of the day, we took the agreement. The World Bank country manager and myself, we gave it to her. It was like we're giving her $88 million. So I caused the problem. So Jason doesn't have $88 million. He's a deputy for administration. We're not going to sign a check for him to $88 million. There are procedures, there are milestones, things will be audited. We'll have rigorous procedures. We're already part of it, we're part of it. And so we'll ensure that the monies are spent. And so giving the quality and integrity of the leadership of the education ministry, I have no cause to fear.
Thank you, Mr. President. We have to go to the program.
We'll go to the other program there.
It's at the commissioning ceremony, and we have to go there right now as we speak. Pardon me, I have to run a little bit. His Excellency the President is at another event. Thank you for following. My name is Vanias Kamara. Till we meet again, we have to join His Excellency the President at another event. Have a great day.